Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the weekly challenges that we got. That starts today, Tuesday, February the 24th. It goes to next Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. Let's take a look at this week's weekly challenges and see what we get. Alright, we got some good ones here. If you do want to buy slightly more score than you, take a look at the top right-hand corner of the screen with a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that right out the current Season 23 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, and additional 10%, which you can claim by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Now, usually on Tuesdays, I do back-to-back daily weekly challenges, so I usually use a score booster drink. I usually recommend the same thing for you folks, too. If you do have them available to you, go ahead and drink them up to give you more boost, and that way they can kind of gain some good traction on the old Season Pass. Now, a couple different things here. We are on the second week for Fasnacht Day, okay? So, of course, Fasnacht Day is every hour on top of the hour, and it happens right here in Helvation. Now, we are probably about 10 minutes to the hour here, so we will go to another server and complete that with other people. The second thing is this is the last week for the current Season 23 Season Pass. There'll be a brand new update coming next Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, as far as we know. And again, there'll be a Season 24 Season Pass then. And looking excited, very excited for that particular update. All right, let's take a look at a couple challenges here we could do in the meantime. Let's take a look at this one here. First, sell missile launcher to an NPC vendor 1. So missile launcher is a usually we can craft, but we need a plan for. I usually find the vendors down here in Watoga, when here at the Watoga Shopping Plaza, and even down here in Watoga Station, and sometimes over here at the RNG station, the vendor bot there will have the plan for the missile launcher. And of course, if you do happen to have the plan, a good way to check is to go to any weapons workbench, you go ahead and go craft. And you go down here to launchers, and right there, again, 20, 30, 40, and 50. But again, you will need a plan to craft them, so you can go ahead and craft it and sell it to an NPC vendor that way. Now, back in 2025, I think it was in the fall, I did make a video on missile launcher locations and where you can get them for free. A couple good locations is right here in Welsh. There is the glowing mole miner down there right in the middle of town. If you spawn in from the train station side, you will have a missile launcher on them. Now, just remember that the drop rate for weapons that enemies drop is significantly been reduced, so sometimes it will drop and sometimes not, but he will have a missile launcher on him. There's a couple of guys over here at the kill box. A couple of the Blood Eagles will have missile launchers on them as well, but just remember they may or may not drop. There is one guaranteed spot for sure. It's right up here at Crevice Dam. So let's pop up here real quick. Now, you will need a key to get in here, and I'll show you where to get the key. Now, there will be super mutants here, as well as some insects, as well as a couple of mutant hounds. Now, we're going to kind of slide down here a little bit. All right. Now, I was here a little bit earlier just to see if it was still here. Okay. Now, there'll be this trailer right here. Now, this trailer... Oh, there's actually a power armor suit in there. That's interesting. Or is that a super mutant? No. So anyway, this trailer is normally closed, okay? But you will need a key to get in here, and I'll show you where to get the key in a second. But here is your missile launcher right here, and this is free. This is a spawn point for one. Let's go ahead and take that bad boy. We also got some power. Now, this is a random thing as well, but the missile launcher will be here for sure. Now, where to get the key is you must make it to the roof of this building, okay? Now, you can go to that little fun house of super mutants if you so wish. You don't have to. Okay, now all you do is you make your way up here, and there'll be a guy up on a throne. Usually there's a guy up on a throne. Where did he go? Oh, he's right here. Corpse's key. So you'll see a key on it there, the big rig trailer key. And usually this corpse is in this throne, but he must have got thrown with all the excitement. But that's where you get the key, and it's called the Big Rig Trailer Key. Once when you pick that up, they'll automatically go on your little keychain there, okay? And you'll always have it. But inside that trailer right there, just go ahead and unlock it and get your missile launcher that way. If you don't want to go into combat or have a chance with that mole miner or those blood eagles, as I mentioned. And what are we supposed to do with it, Jim? Little bleeders, listen to them down there. We're supposed to sell it to an NPC vendor. Now, an NPC vendor is any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Okay, so any train station at all. Any robot vendor down here at the White Spring Mall. Now, looking for some free fast travel areas. We do have Mortimer up here in Crater Core. We have the Fisherman and Captain Raymond Clark here, Fisherman's Rest, but you must start the quest line called Casting Off to get that guy. Sunny Top Twins here in Foundation. We also have the 4 vendors right up here in Highway Town. And the Wandering Doctor, I have more luck finding him up here, but he can be found anywhere in Burning Springs. But I do have a video on those particular vendors I made a couple months ago. Some other vendors we have here in game. Vendor bought Resin here at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. Vendor bought Phoenix here in Watoga Shopping Plaza. We have our old pal vendor bought Bob right here in the White Church in Flatwoods. We have the Duchess up here at the Waybird. Now, you will need a disguise to get in there if you are a ghoul like myself. There's also Graham. We have Mr. Squeeze, the lemonade stand, traveling merchant. So lots and lots of options there. All right, let's go to any old train station. We'll just use White Spring Station here. And that's something else you can do too as well. You can try the train stations if you're on service with other people. Chances are people will be selling them, okay, to the vendors. You can go around to the train stations and see if someone sold it. You can go ahead and buy it and then sell it back. So that's another option you can do as well if you're having a hard time trying to find the missile launcher. And again, I think I show you a couple other locations. I can't think of what they are right now. A couple other locations where you get yourself a free missile launcher, and you can check out that video I just made last year in 2025. So it's all time-stamped and everything. All right, let's select this cat right here. Let's go ahead and trade.
Protect.
Right, there we go. So missile launcher to an NPC vendor, 1 for 1 done. Just like that. Pretty sweet. All right, so we are almost on top of the hour here. Is there anything else we can do while we are waiting? Let's head back to our camp real quick here. Maybe we can get another one in. Cross our fingers anyway. All right, let's take a look at this one here now. Craft any flare at a Tinkerer's Bench 3. So we can get flares a couple different ways by completing events. We can buy them from the Atomic Shop, and sometimes they will be in season passes. We can use tickets to purchase them. Okay, so there are usually a couple events that happen nowadays where it is possible to get a flare plan. One is here at Middle Mountain Pit Stop. It's called Safe and Sound. And down here at the Sacramento Glade is called Beast of Burden. So you do have a chance to get a flare by completing those. If it happened to be during Mothman Equinox, that's a good way to get a flare as well. Usually in the Atomic Shop, usually there'll be some flares for sale. I think there is a bundle here we just kind of went through. Yeah, I think it's one of these ones here. Yeah, right there. So this bundle here is a couple flares right there. You see brass nuke backpack flare. And if you check the skins section, you go under backpack, this will show you the flares that may be for sale and maybe ones that you already own. So if you're a returning player, it's a good way to see some flares that you may already own in this section. So to complete the challenge, all we need to do is we need a Tinker's Workbench. Any Tinker's Workbench will do. Just go ahead and go craft. Now, flares will be all the way at the bottom and under souvenirs. It's where you craft your flares, your beer steins, your plushies, an example. So let's craft a couple of these bad boys here. 3 of them should be fine. There we go. Craft any flare at a Tinker's Workbench, 3 for 3 done. Now, when you craft your flares that way at a Tinker's Workbench, there's only one place to put it, and that is on a display. All right, so there's actually a jewelry stand display in the Atomic Shop right now. If we go to our build menu here, go under storage, we have displays. And we have, where are they at here? So there's some different Flair displays here. So this is the one that's in the Atomic Shop right now, but we also have this one as well. And if you go ahead, let's go ahead and put them out here. So we'll just build the one that's in the Atomic Shop. All right. And then all you do is just walk up to it. You go transfer. This is where you can put your Flair on there. You can display for your friends, etc. Now, I don't know anyone that actually uses these things, but just make a little mention. Now, if you are looking to put a Flair on your backpack, that's a totally different story. Or here, like the Flares on my backpack there. You must do that at an armor workbench. Go modify/repair. And you go down to your backpack, and it has 2 slots here for a Flair. So we'll take this one here, for example. You see how they're changing? And as you can see, most Flares will cost you just plastic, sometimes gold and bone and metal, but most of them will just cost you plastic, and that's where you would change it on your backpack. So just make a little mention there just in case someone was wondering how and what the difference is. All right, so we are almost on top of the hour here. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to a server with other people. We're going to join our Fasnacht Day. Now, I have done Fasnacht in the past by myself, but I usually have all the wood. I have beer steins. I have the rad toad eggs on me already, okay? And that gets you through it pretty quickly. You already have that stuff kind of set up. Hint, hint. Some people will do that. And that's why that section goes by pretty fast. All right, so it hasn't started yet. We're just 1 minute to. Let's pop into Helvetia here. Again, every hour on top of the hour. This is going into the 2nd week. 1 more week of trying to get one of the new masks, or a glowing mask. Get this Spooky on in here. See a couple people around. Now, I do have a couple of videos here on the channel. I show you exactly what it is you have to do for this event. For the most part, not a whole lot has changed over the years, okay? The main thing that you can check out that video for is the 5 jobs you have to do to get the 5 Protectrons to the start of the parade. Now, there's 7 Protectrons in total, but it'll be a random 5, okay? And it'll be different server to server. You might do back-to-back. Fasnacht days will be different each time. The main thing that has changed for this year is the way to get the Fasnacht mask, and you must loot the legendary boss at the end. You must loot that boss. Previous years, all you had to do was complete the event, and you'll get your mask. You know, now there's been a lot of AFKers, and that's how they're combating that. To keep from people just AFKing here and getting some masks. So the only way to get the mask now is you have to loot the legendary boss, and you don't even have to shoot at the legendary boss, because the boss can spawn in different locations. It'll spawn right over there behind that Jeep, in between this building and this hedge, inside this shed here, sometimes out behind the shed, and in between these 2 buildings. So depending on who you have on your server, there's been some very high levels during this event, and that legendary boss could go down in like seconds, okay? And you and like 3/4 of the people during the event may not even get a shot off, but still loot that legendary boss, because that's how you get your mask, okay? I can't stress it enough, okay? All right, so I think there's one here that hasn't been found yet. This guy.
Really brings out the color in your optical sensors.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Okay. We're pretty much done now. Good stuff. So I can see this part here goes by very, very fast. And if you're new to the game, never played before, it can get a little confusing. You know what I mean? And everyone wants to kind of participate. And that's where those videos I have really come in handy, because I show you exactly what it is you have to do.
March location, Fasnacht, mask, missing on decorator unit. Retrying, parade, march, start location, verified, mask, application, commencing. course, these masks
Good lord.
would have been worn the entire festival by the participants, but we only donned them right before the parade.
Double going on there. That's hilarious. Try to keep up, yeah, okay. Try to keep up with us, buds. Oh, the jetpack did not work. This happened to me just the other day. I got stuck in the same spot. It happened to me here just the other day. Same exact thing. I went to go and jump up, and I got stuck in this little wood pile in this house, and I tried to get out, and I couldn't get out to save my life. No, not at all. Jetpack was not working. Let's go ahead here. Equip it and unequip it. Unequip it and equip it. Get out of the way, sign. What is that up there?
It's Fasnacht. Merriment is in the air and so forth. Please follow me.
Now watch out for that. Got a couple dudes up there. See if we can get up on this little stick here. There we go. Made her. We made her. I like Fasnacht Day. Fasnacht Day is one of my favorite events in the game. They're, you know, it's fairly easy to do. I just wish the drop rate for the glowing mask, they increased it or something. Because I haven't got one yet. Can't even see anything. Like it's blinded. The light is blinding. Don't know what's going on there. It's like, get out of the way. No, you get out of the way. Pretty funny. The guy over there's on fire. With a green flame. What in the world? Is that guy standing on him?
Here we go. Merry Fasnacht.
Enough of that. Some stuff here. Now, personally, I like to kind of put myself like right here. This way here, we can at least get, if it spawns there or there. Now, we'll know within like 3 seconds after the robots get up here whether it'll be there or not. And then if not, just make your way down here, right? Behind that building, inside the building, or in between this one and the meat shop right next to it. Now, those locations, it was like that last year, and I think even the year before. So I think it's been about 2.5 years now. It's been like that. The only thing that's really different is just how you get your mask now. Is you must loot that legendary, whether you shoot at it or not. Where is it? I don't see it over there. He's over here. See him? Oh, where did he go? So you see he's over here now. Everyone's shooting up there. Just expecting him to be. So we didn't even shoot at this guy because he was already dead. But as you can see, you can get our mask. It's a fiend mask. Okay? That's how you do that. So just a little mention there. You don't even have to shoot at it. Just so everyone, their dog was up here. There's only a couple people down there. So I don't know if people realize that or not. Yeah. Still get your mask. You still loot that guy.
Anthropomorphic representation of the season. Burn him, burn him, burn him, burn him, burn him.
And always remember, it doesn't matter what happens. The mask drop is random. Like, some people have, like, really good luck, and I don't get it. And then other times, people have, like, just get the same old mask all the time. So let's go ahead and transfer. I'm pretty sure I have that one already. I already have him already, so let's go ahead. We will donate him. There we go. Somebody can take him to use or sell, whatever they want to do.
We are anything but neutral.
Jetpack's working now, Jimmy. All right. So not a whole lot we can do here on a server with other people. So this is a pretty rowdy group. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to our own little quiet server here, where it's nice and peaceful. Less competition. These guys are rowdy. Yeah. As fun as that is sometimes. And you try to make a video, not as much. And while we are waiting, if you are looking for a new game controller or other gaming accessories, check out the PowerA products. PowerA sells budget-friendly gaming accessories for the controller and headsets that are officially licensed through Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. So if you're in the market for a new controller, etc., there's a link in the description to help support the channel. There'll be another link there for what's called a deal drop. Limited time savings on a lot of things, including shipping, so you can check that out. I've been using a PowerA controller for at least 2 years here now. Pretty solid controller, and this is the one I use right here. Absolutely love it. Fantastic little controller. It's wired, actually. They do have wireless, but this thing here is just a little tank. It just works every day. No stick drift. It's just fantastic. All right, let's head back to our camp here. All right, Jimmy. Let's see what we got here. Something we can do right here in our camp. All right. All right, scrap junk to produce wood 30. So, you know, we can find items in the wasteland that will give us wood. Most items will usually give us wood. You know, there's a couple of weapons, armor, etc. that will give us wood, okay? You know, we get so much junk from killing enemies nowadays, such as Scorched, super mutants, mole miners, human enemies. You'll be able to, you know, easily complete this challenge. And even this one here, no problem at all. Now, this one here, I usually recommend, if you happen to have a lot of wood scraps on you or in your stash or scrap box, just go ahead and use the bulk and scrap method and get this one done really, really quick. If you don't have wood scraps on you, again, the forest area, lots of down trees, lots of logs, especially in between the Wayward and Flatwoods. The yellow house right on the corner of the main road here in Helvetia, a little stockpile back there. Huge stockpile up here at Prickett's Fort. Lots and lots of wood up there just waiting for you to grab it. So that's a great way to get wood scraps. Of course, when you do collect wood scraps, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, or 12. All right. Let's go ahead and use our bulk and scrap method here. Let's go ahead and go craft. Go down here to bulk, slide it over, go all the way down to wood. So to bulk 1 wood, all you need is 2 plastic and 30 wood scraps from your stash or scrap box. Let's go ahead and bulk 1 wood here. It's all that we need. And then we will back out and we will scrap. We'll scrap that bulk wood we just literally crafted here. Done. Scrap junk to produce wood. And that's what I usually recommend. Now, if you do have a little bit more time and go out looking for wood scraps, or weapons or armor or what have you, kill a bunch of enemies, do it that way. Really depends on how much time you have at the end of the day. Alright, let's see what's next here. Scrap junk to produce glass 30. So just like the wood, we can use the bulk and scrap method for glass. Let's take a look at that. So again, any Tinker's Workbench will do. Just go ahead and go craft. Down here to bulk. Go down here to the G section. So to bulk 1 in glass, all you need is 15 glass shards and 2 plastic from your stash of scrap box. You go ahead, you bulk your 1 glass, and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most junk items here in the game. Now we can legitimately find glass in a couple of different ways, so a couple little hotspots here. One hotspot is actually right here, the kill box. Now, you will need marsupial or a jetpack to get to the roof of that building, but there's lots and lots of Nuka-Cola bottles up there, and each bottle will give you 2 glass each. It's absolutely fantastic for sure. Another pretty decent little spot is right here. It's south of Somerville's docks, but it's kind of down in the sand. You'll see a couple shopping carts down there. Now, there's only 10 beer bottles down there, so you only get 1 glass each, so that's good for 10 glass. Another good spot I usually have luck in is right here in Blackwater Mine. So just outside that large compound, like where you spawn in, there'll be a mole miner right to your right. Just take him out. And to your left, there'll be like this little kind of raider vendor-ish kind of area. Usually there's a lot of glass bottles there. Sometimes those bottles are actually filled with alcohol, depending on the server that you're on, but other times it's just glass bottles. So let's kind of make that little mention a couple spots so we can get some glass. All right, so let's show you that kill box here, just in case if you do have marsupial or a jetpack to get to the roof, just so I can show you. And of course, Nuka-Cola machines, you know what I mean? Like down through Nuka World on Tour. You know, sometimes, you know, which is a free fast travel once you discover it. But sometimes if you do that little run that I show you guys where you get your Nuka-Cola products at, okay, which we'll be doing here very soon, looking after the grape. But again, you might come across just bottles there. And as I said, those Nuka-Cola bottles will give you 2 glass each. All right, so we're just going to kind of make our way to the roof, just because we can. I miss my mom, he said. We're going to make our way up here like this. And I'm going to wait for my AP to get up a little bit here. Oh. So you see, you do need a little bit of an ump to get up here, okay? And here's a skeleton, but there's all kinds of glass bottles here. So we go ahead and grab one. We go under item in the new. As you can see, each one gives us 2 glass. So we'll just go ahead and click a bunch of these guys up here.
Fucking hope we don't find you.
Wow. Watch your language there, ladies. This is a PG video. All right, so we'll leave the other one there. Now, sometimes there's a Nuka-Cola Quantum up here. Today is just a regular Nuka-Cola Classic, but nice little spot up here for sure. All right, let's head back to our camp. We're going to scrap these up. Again, you can go through that place. There's a couple workbenches here and go kill those blood eagles and scrap it that way. Now, the player's camp, down at the mall, train station, wherever you want to scrap this stuff up, it's up to you. Okay. Let's go ahead here, Jimmy. Go ahead and scrap up. You can see your item stats right there. We got all kinds of, there we go. Scrap junk to produce glass, 30 for 30, done. Just like that. So we really only need 15 of those. All right, let's take a look at the next one here, Jim. Drink Nuka-Grape 5. So we do talk about the Nuka-Cola Collectrons a lot here on the channel. Forget which one I have in this particular camp. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Now, this is the Nuka-Cola Quantum one. It usually pops up in the shop a couple times a year, usually in a bundle with other items. And as you can see, he'll passively collect different type of Nuka-Cola products while you play the game. You also collect the odd bottle or 2, purified water, nuclear waste, and even ultracite scrap. He's got 1 grape on him, which is pretty cool. So again, very, very well worth it for sure. And he's been popping up in the shop quite frequently the last 4 months. It's been quite unbelievable how many times he's been popping up, but absolutely fantastic. Now, the other variation of that guy, go up here to resources, collectors, collectrons, will be this OG one. Now, we got this one here in Season 4, the very first one Nuka-Cola Collection we ever got. He collects Nuka-Cola products as well as the odd bottle or two, and that's pretty much it. Now, he goes on sale maybe once or twice a year if you're lucky, usually 250 or 350 cap, but usually 100% worth it for sure. You guys have seen all 10 of my camps. I have either or in my camp. Two fantastic, well worth items to get for sure if you have items at your expenditure there. Okay, so make that little mention there. Now we can also use gold bullion to buy them from Samuel down here in Foundation, but you must have a cautious reputation with the settlers and 1250 gold bullion. All right. Now, if you are a returning player, you may have this with you, because this was back in Season 11 when Nuka-World on Tour was first brand new, so just kind of make that little mention. Now, unfortunately, there is no natural spawn for Nuka-Cola Grape, okay? Actually, sorry. Yes, there is. Yes, there is one natural spawn. Sorry about that. It's right up here at Fraternity Row. I was thinking about something else in my head. Let's go up here to Fraternity Row up here in Morgantown. Sorry about that. There's old Santa Jim there with his old pal the Sloth. South of Southern Belle Motel. Where are we? Right down here. Alright, so Nuka-Cola Grape, we're going to go to the Etta Sai house. It's the one with the blue door. The one with the Nuka-Cola bedroom downstairs. We're going to head right up here real quick. Kick this... Oh, our jetpack's not working again. Oh. Go inside here real quick. Burp. Right, so the Nuka-Cola bedroom is just down here. See if the grape popped it. No, it did not pop it for us. So sometimes there'll be a grape in a wild right here. Now, as you guys know, I never pick these up. So 3 things will 100% happen here. The first thing is it doesn't spawn in. Right? As you guys know, I come here a lot for these daily weekly challenges. I never pick these guys up. And sometimes it just doesn't spawn in, just the way it is. The second thing is if you have picked it up recently or drank it from here recently, you'll have to reset your game by picking up 250 items. The third thing is if you are on a server with other people, this is a very popular spot and this place can be cleaned out very quickly, server after server. So I wouldn't server hop more than 3 times. Because you know why? At the end of the day, you can buy Nuka-Cola Grape from 2 different places on the same server, okay, as long as you have the caps for it. So let's go to the first spot here, right here at the White Springs Resort. We're going to use the front door entrance right here. Let's go inside. And this is where our old pal Bubbles is. And this is what I usually recommend to people. If you don't have a Nuka-Cola collection on either one, you go to Fraternity Row a couple times, right? We're going to head right up the stairs here to the right, to the tavern, to the medical bay, big wide open area where the spawners are. We're going to hang it left to our old pal Giuseppe trades things for stamps. This cat right here. And we have our old pal Bubbles. Let's go ahead and trade. And there's Nuka-Cola Grape right there, 38 caps. Now, I usually buy it from Bubbles like that, because I want to show you that the inventory that Bubbles has does not tie into the inventory of the vending machines, which are right down here at Nuka-World on Tour, which is also a free fast travel once when you discover. So let's pop in down here now. Just to show you how you can buy 2 of them on the same server. And you can server hop either or both locations all day long. As long as you have the caps for it, you can fill your boots with all those precious Nuka-Cola products for your daily weekly challenges. Of course, the vending machines will be right down here from where you spawn in.
VDG keeps telling me the same fortune.
Here are the vending machines right here. Same thing, look at that. Nuka-Cola Grape 38 caps. Alright, so you can go ahead and buy your 2 that you need. Right, now let's go ahead and drink them up here. Now I think, how many do we need here? We need 5, so you'd have to server hop at least 3 times. Or if you saw one at Fraternity Row, or if you have a Nuka-Cola Collectron and you've been saving them. So that's another thing you do. If you have Nuka-Cola Collectrons like I do in all or if your camps or some of your camps, go ahead and save these ones like Grape, Orange, Quantum, Wild, Twist, etc. Okay, Cranberry even. All right, let's go ahead and drink our Grape, but just go ahead and server hop that a couple times and you'll be able to get them no problem at all. Go ahead and drink up our Grape here. There we go. Great to get Grape 5 for 5. Just buy them at the end of the day. It just requires a little bit of server hopping. It doesn't matter if you're on a public server either, they will be there for you. Okay, we've proven that out before in the past. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jimmy boy. Let's go ahead, kill a Scorched 30, so many great spots we can find Scorched in around the wasteland. If you utilize the videos I made, like I made just this past Christmas, in the search for the festive Scorched, now even though it's not that time of year, we can still utilize them to find Scorched. So I think that video I showed you 24 locations for Scorched, okay? So we have Camden Park here. Pretty much all energy plants, right, including Thunder Mountain. Poseidon Power Substation PX1, Tyler County Fairgrounds, Wavy Village Water Park, Palace of the Winding Path, Berkeley Springs. We have upper section of Camp Venture, Ranger District Office, out front of Fort Defiance, from where you spawn in. So we got here, Jimmy. We got Pleasant Valley Ski Resort, White Powder Winter Sports. Oh yeah, Thunder Mountain's up here. But that's a good, it's probably about half ghouls and half Scorched up there. That's the only thing. What else we got here, Jimmy? Some of my favorite spots to go: Sutton, Somerville's Dock, Somerville's Dam. You know, we have inside places like Hornwright Industrial Headquarters, for example. Just name a couple spots for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go down here to good old Camden Park. Now, if you have a couple of grenades... Sorry about that. Holy mackerel. I'm going to be okay. Holy. If you have a couple grenades or use whatever weapon you like, it's up to you. Oh. There's a straggler. He's like way over there. Way over there, Jimmy. I get a kick coming here, this thing here, just walking around casually. Just love it. I don't know what it is. Just, it's fantastic. That's kind of funny. Kind of twist his legs there a little bit. I don't know where that other guy. I don't know where that other guy went. Oh well. Nice. There's quite a few there, actually. There we go. All right, let's go to the next spot here. I'll pop up here too. Good old... Well, I won't go there because that event there, Chickie's going to be talking up a storm. Let's go up here to Wavy Village Water Park. Quite a few up here as well. Might be able to finish it off up here. Just on the side of this wall, there'll be one more Scorched and usually a Raider. Yeah, we'll pick that up. Ballistic fiber. Pick ballistic fiber up all day long. Oh yeah, we should finish this one off here, no problem. No problem at all. Oh! Huh, wow! See that? What in the world? Mind your business, though, little rad roach. Yum. Oh, we overshot her there. Two for one deal? Nope, close. We'll just get a 2-for-1 deal there. Oh, we weren't able to get him. Too much of a lead there. There we go. There's still more here as well, so that's all right. We'll take him. Triple E cap, nice. Wine bottles, even more glass. Good stuff. Let's see what's next, Jim. Cripple Blood Eagle's leg, 18. So great spots we can find Blood Eagles here around the wasteland. We're mainly looking for this particular icon right here. So real squishy guys to go after. We have the Crosshair, Hunter's Ridge, Twin Pine Cabins, Blood Eagle Alley, I like to call it here. The channel starts down here at the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, the Kill Box, the Pigsty. Move the map up a little bit here. The Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp up here, Bloody Frank's, Dagger's Den, and a little spot down here, the Bounty. Now, just remember, these spots that I showed you, sometimes there's only like a couple around, sometimes there's like more than 10. So just make that little mention. We do have inside the Myers Eye. Summersville also has a bunch of Blood Eagles around as well. Okay, so just a few exceptions to that particular icon as I mentioned. Okay, so where are we going to go here today, Jimmy? So the kill box. Let's try the kill box. And we'll take a look at those two guys that has the missile launchers on them while we're here. Now, we were here earlier for our glass, so you could have came here for your Blood Eagles as well. So we're just not killing these Blood Eagles. What are we doing to them, Jim? We are crippling their legs, 18. Now, you can go ahead and free aim for the legs if you so wish. But if you do use your VATS, and if you have a high perception, you'll be able to, with the right weapon, of course, you'll be able to get 2 cripples per Blood Eagle, okay? Like left leg, right leg kind of deal, right? So just make that little mention. Let's take a look at that real quick here at the perk card. So if you are a returning player, you might remember back in the day, you used to have this card here called Concentrated Fire under Perception equipped. But that card's pretty much obsolete now, because as long as your perception is 5 or higher, you don't need that card equipped. You can still do the same thing, move your VATS around. Now for daily challenges where we only cripple like 2, you can just go ahead and free aim all you like, whatever's up to you. But for a weekly like this, I recommend using your VATS. And, you know, with the right weapon, that isn't a one-shot, one-kill. And then that way there you can kind of get it done a lot quicker, okay? But it's really up to you what you want to do here. Why is he down here? That's kind of weird. Usually he's up top. Now, this is a one-shot, one-kill, but as you can see, I am getting 2 per. Oh, he's got a missile launcher. Look at that, see? You see it again. That is random now. If you're a returning player, you might remember back in the day, the amount of weapons and armor we got off of killing enemies was a lot. Like, we used to get a lot of this stuff, okay? But I find nowadays, I think for the last couple of years, that has been changed, okay? So just kind of make that little mention that that drop for weapons and armor has been reduced. Oh. Why is this not working? There we go. Oh, there's a chair there, Jimmy. There's a chair there. That's what's going on there. Oh. Huh. Now, if you do have a 2-shot weapon, you do have a chance to get more bang for your buck as well. If you have an automatic weapon, again, you do have a chance to get more bang for your buck there as well. Also, just because it's an automatic weapon, you're just shooting, you know, fairly quickly. As long as those bullets hit, you are good to go, like before they die. So the 2 guys with the missile launchers are usually up here. I'm surprised that other one was down below. So here's one right here. So even though they had a missile launcher on them, it doesn't drop. So you see that's what happens. But lucky for us, I'm glad that one down there had it. But usually he's up here. I don't know why he was down there. But that's something, another thing you can try to get your missile launcher is from these Blood Eagles here at the good old kill box and get your glass at the same time. Go over here for a little minute. All right. Collect pre-war food 20. So we've been having this one here pop up quite a bit lately. I'm going to show you locations where you can find some free pre-war food in around the wasteland, as well as a couple of camp resources that you can have in your camp that will save you a whole whack of time. So let's go ahead here. The first spot we're going to go is up here at the Toxic Dried Lake Bed. And this is one of the main reasons why I don't pick this stuff up, because these challenges come up quite often. And I can show you the locations, but I'd rather show you the location with it actually there so you can see it for yourself, you know what I mean? Now you can go through these milers that are here if you so wish, but you don't have to. We're just going to make our way up here. Now we're going to head right to this diner. It's the diner that we can't go inside. Now if you have a jetpack or marsupial, you can just, you know, fly right up to that roof, but you don't need that. You just walk up here, get up on this little log right here, part of a tree, go up this little ramp, and you're on the roof just like that, okay? And the pre-war food is right around the corner. There's 5 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 right there. Perfect. All right, so the next little spot will be right down here. Good old Flatwoods that's popping down here. Now, I do have a separate video on sugar bombs as well. Now, sugar bombs is also considered pre-war food and EDK pirate candy. I made that back in 2024, but you're more than welcome to check out that video as well. And I show you multiple locations for sugar bombs. Just if you have the time and you're wondering where they're at, and you're really looking for that pre-war food, as there is one right here at the top of that church, and a couple more pre-war food a little bit further down at that red rocket where those 3 ghouls are at. But in this particular video, we're going to head right here to the tavern. A little light on here. Now, sometimes there'll be some pre-war food on this table. Where we want to head to is right out back here. Now, this is a level 1 pick lock. And there'll be 6 pre-war food right here. Sometimes there's a purified water here as well as a recipe. So this is a really good spot right here. You can also check these little cubby holes. Okay, sometimes there's pre-war food in these little cubby holes like this here. Like canned dog food or this right here. Salisbury steak, for example. So it's a nice little spot. You can always server hop this location too, and hopefully you get on a server where this stuff is actually here and you have that level 1 pick lock. The next spot we're going to go that I like going to is this unmarked location right down here in Skyline Valley region. We're actually going to spawn here at Naked Creek. I'll show you where to go for that. Creek is a pretty good time here actually. Alright, so we're going to whip right around here. A little bit to the east, right towards our marker right on the compass right here. Now, this is an unmarked location. Sometimes you'll find enemies fighting other enemies. Sometimes there'll be some ants. Sometimes you'll find Mo the Mole here. We're going to pop right inside this trailer. Now, this is the level 3 pick lock. 5 pre-war food right there. Pretty good little spot. There'll be some glasses up here, like Nuka-Cola glass. You get your glass here. Sometimes there's a quantum here as well. Some other notable areas to mention for pre-war food is, of course, right up here in Tyler County Fairgrounds and around that roller coaster of Kingdom Park. So we just kind of went through there looking for the Scorched, but usually in that little raiderish area, there'll be some pre-war food in around there. South of Somersville, it's part of Somersville. You'll see a little diner has an ice cream cone sign over the door. You walk right in, And usually the back room will have some pre-war food, usually a bunch of tin cans, usually a cracked Deathclaw egg. Some people look for that stuff, but just to make a little mention, that's a pretty good little spot there as well. And that's just to name a couple spots where we can find pre-war food. Sometimes we can find pre-war food off of killing enemies as well. All right. Mama Doches, if you're a returning player, you might remember Mama Doches used to be #1 hotspot for canned dog food, but I find the last 2.5, 3 years, even find dog food there on any server is quite rare. You're lucky to find maybe 3 cans of dog food. Or back in the day, if you remember, it used to be a lot, tons and tons of cans there for dog food. All right, so let's pop back to our camp here, and we'll take a look at some camp resources that will save us a whole whack of time. If you happen to have them, or if you see them for sale in the shop, these are the ones I usually recommend. Now, you don't have to have all these. I just kind of have them all because I'm a collector for one. But I just kind of want to show people that if they do come up for sale, if you do have items, that they are 100% worth to get. One thing is the weenie wagon. Now, the only way to get this, unfortunately, is by completing Grams of Meat Cook. Now, some people who complete that event when it happens, usually we have 2 weeks of meat week, basically. So if people get multiples, they'll sell them for pretty expensive in their vendor, but because that's the only way to get these, okay? If you happen to have these candy machines, we got these at Season 11 scoreboard when Nuka-Grape on tour was first brand new. Now, the red one will make an appearance in the Atomic Shop once in a while. He was there just before Christmas for about 3 weeks for a pretty good price. It was like 250 atoms or something like that, but you can have both of them in your camp at the same time, so these count as pre-war food and Eat a Cake Pirate Candy. Just like this popcorn machine. Now, this is the OG one, the very first one we ever got. I think this was Season 4 as well. And there's about 5 or 6 other variations of it. But as you can see, the popcorn that it collects 12 counts as pre-war food and Eat a Cake Pirate Candy. Again, just like the candy machines, 100% worth it. And again, you don't need both of these, you just need one. Coffee machine, these also counts as pre-war food as well. So if you happen to have a coffee machine, if you didn't know, these counts as pre-war food as well. And these cute little guys, these little cookie jars, just pops up the Atomic Shop quite frequently, actually. And these fancy lad snack cakes, funnel cake, it collects as pre-war food and Eat a Cake Pirate Candy. Perk bubblegum. Every time you open up a Perk card pack, you get free Perk bubblegum, okay? And that Perk bubblegum obviously counts as chew bubblegum, but it counts as Eat a Cake Pirate Candy and pre-war food. So 3 different things as Perk bubblegum we get for free by opening up our Perk card packs. Pretty awesome. And if you do go down to Watoga High School, there'll be an event that happens down there, if I can find it here. Halloween candy. Yeah, the event is called Monster Mash. You get a lot of Halloween candy for that one. And this counts as pre-war food and Eat a Cake Pirate Candy as well. And you get all this stuff just by playing the game. All right. Let's get our coffee machine again. This is something that a lot of people will have in their camp. Let's go ahead and collect that so you can see how that counts. And we'll collect from our popcorn machine again, something that a lot of people have in their camp because it is, well, 100% worth it. And if you happen to have one of these candy machines available to you, all you really needed was just to collect from one of these candy machines because it collects 24. Really, like, you know, it's just so worth it for sure. All right. Let's see what's next here. I think we saved the best for last. We did. So complete a grunt hunt. So I do have a video here in the channel. It's all about bounty hunting. You're more than welcome to check that video out if you so wish. Now, to do a grunt hunt happens in Burning Springs region. You don't have to do the Burning Springs quest line. You don't even have to talk to the Ghoul. All you have to do is make yourself here to the highway town, which is a free fast travel once when you discover it. So let's pop in here. We're going to go right to the bounty board. Of course, right here at the last resort.
This place is a dump.
Now, as you say, yeah, right on, but it is the dump. Yeah. All right, so to do a grunt hunt, it's considered a side quest, and you can do as many of these as you want. So let's go ahead and start one here. Now, we did this for our daily challenge video. We did 2 of them, so we're just going to do 1 here. We're not going to do all 10. So it's, that's not it, popping up as miscellaneous. That's weird. I don't know why it's popping up as miscellaneous. So if you don't see it pop up for you or pop up in the top right hand corner of the screen, Just open up your Pep Boy, you go under data, and it'll be underside. Now, you can use this method for any main quest in the game, side quests, or daily quests. If you are a returning player, or if you're, take a little bit of hiatus from the game and you remember starting a quest, but it's not popping up on your screen, you just go to your main, side, or daily, and you just go ahead and select it. So we're going to select this bounty hunt. See how it pops up in the top screen? Just like that. That's how you do that. Alright, so for the Grunt hunts, all you do is you go to your map screen. It'll be happening right here in Burning Springs region. Now, it'll change every time the location, but right down here at the Sand Fork Lumber. So in terms of the Grunt hunt, we're mainly looking for the leader. The leader is the person that we have to focus on. As soon as we kill that leader, the Grunt hunt is done. Now, each leader will have a mutation. This one here, well, as you can see, it has swift-footed, okay? It's the same mutations that we will see in daily ops, so just kind of keep that in mind. If there's any enemies nearby the leader, they'll have the same mutation. As soon as you kill that leader, the mutation will be gone, and those other enemies that you did not kill will not have the mutation anymore, all right? So you only focus on the leader, and the leader will always have the diamond on their head, okay? And they're always a legendary. Now, you may come across a Grunt hunt, not very often, 2 legendaries. It can happen, but not very often. But the leader will always have the diamond on their head. That's the one that you focus on. All right, so let's go ahead here. We're going to do our Grunt hunt. We're just going to do the one here for this video. Now, just remember that mutation will change each time you do a Grunt hunt. They will not be the same. Some Grunt hunts are easier than others. Some mutations are easier, some locations are easier, and some are harder, so just got to keep that in mind. All right, let's lock and load here, Jim. All right. Let's take a look here. So there's our outlaw there. We can see him kind of moving around pretty quick because he's swift-footed. Okay. Now, he's a 2-star, but we can see our compass. He still has a circle, so we're going to get a little closer here without being detected. And you're going to see the little diamond kind of pop up over his head as we get a little closer. He'll kind of make his presence know that he is. See how the little diamond popped up? And that's how you do that, okay? So let's go ahead. Now hit him hard as much as you can. Bring your best. You can see the enemy in the background. And that's the only guy that we focused on. And the Grunt hunt is complete, just like that. And we're going to go over here just because his crew there has the power armor suits on, and they can be a little difficult. They're not worth our time of day. Got 2 of them with them here today, okay? But all you have to do is, again, the Grunt hunt, you can do as many times as you want. You just rinse and repeat that, 10 times or whatever you have to do. If you want to check out the daily challenge video where we did 2 of them, you can check that out as well if you wish. Let's head back to our camp. Now, the only thing I would recommend, too, is wanted posters. The only way to get a wanted poster is by completing a Grunt hunt, but you're not going to get one every time. It's a random drop, okay? And if you do get a wanted poster, I highly recommend you put it in your stash box, because the most wanted posters that you can have on you at any one time is 1, okay? And if you have a wanted poster on you, and you keep doing Grunt hunts, okay, you could be getting more wanted posters, but you're not going to be rewarded them because you already have one on you. You know what I mean? So make sure every time you do a Grunt hunt, you go to your stash box. It'll be under miscellaneous. Just go under your own self here, and of course it'll be wanted posters. It'll be near the bottom. I think I have one on me. Wanted poster. Make sure you put that in your stash box. And that way there, if you do the next Grunt hunt, you do have a chance to get a wanted poster back again. But again, it is random. All right, but we are done. Just like that. Not too bad at all. Let's take a look at weapon of the day here, old pal. Anti-armor hunting night vision lever action rifle, plus 50% armor penetration. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 100% faster movement speed while aiming, and night vision, anti-armor explosive nimble, hard receiver, stabilized long barrel, aligned stock, long night vision scope suppressor, hunter lever action paint. 437 damage, 45 ammo, capacity of 5, just single fire. In terms of perk cards, if you guys know, I haven't changed my perk card loadout for quite some time. It's been about 4 months here now. As you guys know, I change my weapons at least once a week, sometimes a couple times a week. Just seems to work with everything. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. Very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Armor. Aristocrats Ultralight Secret Service left arm. Chameleon Ultralight Secret Service left leg. Mutants Ultralight Secret Service right arm. Resistance Secret Service under armor. Troubleshooters Ultralight Secret Service right leg. Vanguards Jetpack Secret Service chest piece. Nice, just like that. Another one down. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share me to the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Whiffen, Heather, White Tribe, Mitchell Shelton, Not Me But Me, All the Places, John DJ59, Grant Trentno, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, Picker Benny Bunny, Old AJE, Ricardo, Zach M, Swear My, UTB, Max Aldo Joe, Cynthia, Kathy, Never Enough Dogs, Nargrog, Maximilian Smith, Samuel Rowe, Mitten Co, Sergeant Martin. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.